Now we are going to see this pop-up that's called info. Info is an information we can get about any item that we see, any operation, and any item everywhere in this program. Each item contains two important identification numbers, like you can see now. ID self is the identification number of the operation itself, the visual operation that contains the item that we get the info from it. Here you can see the number 22 is the ID of the platform that we talked about all this time. And there is also the ID saved, which means an ID for an item to be identified inside a storing file. A file for all the items and operations that we wish to use in the future. Now, as you can see here and then in the previous item, and you will see later also, the number -1 in the ID saved means that all of these items aren't saved in the file. They are all saved in the temporary files, but not in the store file itself, the main store file. But soon we will see IDs that are saved in the storing file. Now we'll see an additional pop-ups that those IDs have in the info operation. You have the same pop-ups in both the IDs. So you have the following capabilities. You can remove an item by its ID number. You can open an item in a new window by its ID number. And the final capability is to open an operation, a visual operation, by its ID. Now you must understand that the main purpose of the info pop-up is to show you the information about the item that you see. So for instance, when we open the ID of this item, ID 23, we can see a list of information, the whole information about this item, like its name, description, level, of which we will talk about soon, pop-ups, all the pop-ups, and other stuff there is in this item. One of the main goals in this program is to make all the information available to us. So we divide the information between all the items, all the different items and operations, so that each item and operation have the specific information that concerns itself. The information can be written implicitly inside a list of information in stuff like name, description, level, that are implicitly written, I mean directly, while pop-ups and selecting, as you can see here, are only directing you to another IDs where you can find this unwritten information. For example, we are told here that the information about the pop-ups is in ID 40. Let's check it out. So it actually works like links in internet. When we talk about a specific item, we will write the exact, specific and unique information about it, but everything else that can live as an independent and isolated items should be only linked and directed to, so that we won't have a repetition of information, and everything there is to be written will be written only once. Now if there's a problem that the text is too small to see, you can change and switch it to the compact state, as you can see now, and then resize it to your preferable sizes.